You guys, we are so close now to this trial coming to an end. But what happens if Johnny Depp wins? Does that mean Amber Heard goes to jail? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and true crime stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, the roller coaster, which is the Johnny Depp v Amber Heard trial, is nearing to an end. And oh my goodness, Johnny Depp is like this close to winning. Like, oh my goodness, it is a proper distinct possibility. But then a question comes from that. What happens if Johnny Depp actually wins? Like, the jury totally sides with him. Well, apart from the jury being absolute, like, heroes, in my opinion, does that mean that Amber Heard actually goes to jail? Well, we're going to be discussing that in a moment. Before I do so, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's basically going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hi, welcome. How are you doing? If you love news and true crime on the daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? You need to make sure you smash the hell out of that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And let's jump into it, shall we? So I saw this article on inews.co.uk and I really thought it was interesting. I thought I'd share it with you and my opinions, as always. So, the jury essentially has to decide for Johnny Depp if Amber Heard did actually defame him, absolutely trash the living daylights out of him in that Washington Post op-ed article back in 2018. Now, if they decide that she did, then that's when Johnny Depp wins. It's like, ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner kind of situation. And then we all go nuts and have a party afterwards over on Popcorn Planet, but I digress. He wins and Heard has to pay damages. Now, he's seeking $50 million, which in pounds, British money, is about 40 million. Note to scoff at, right? In compensation. Thing is, though, that isn't a given. That if the jury turns around and says that they actually believe Johnny Depp and rule in his favour, that they then automatically are going to give him the damages that he's seeking, this $50 million. They could give it to him. They could give less than that amount. They could actually go the opposite way and give him more, right? But what he's asking for $50 million, if he wins, doesn't necessarily mean that the jury will then award that amount. See where I'm coming from? Now, if they rule in his favour, does Amber Heard then go to prison? No. No. And this is why. It's because, as this article explains, this is a civil trial, not a criminal one. So neither Johnny Depp or Amber Heard are actually being tried on criminal charges. Now, if they were, then we'd be talking a different kettle of fish here, and potentially prison time or whatever. But because this is a civil case, fortunately, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, jail time is not on the cards if Johnny Depp wins and Amber Heard loses. Now, they explain a little bit more in terms of the technicality of all this. So a civil case is a court case in which a person or entity, the plaintiff, can find another person or entity, the defendant, liable for some type of harm or wrongful act. When someone is sued, this is a civil case. So here you can reread that as a civil case is a court case in which Johnny Depp, the plaintiff, can find another person or entity, the defendant, i.e. Amber Heard, liable for some type of harm or wrongful act, i.e. writing that Washington Post op-ed and completely, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, defaming the absolute bejesus out of him, right? Now, if Johnny Depp, the plaintiff, is successful, they'll normally receive some form of compensation from the defendant. A civil lawsuit can be brought over for anything, from a contract dispute or residential eviction to injuries sustained in a car accident or countless other harms or disputes. So, in other words, looks like in America, if I was walking around, if I was, right? About 4 weeks ago, I was in Las Vegas, right? Minding my own business, walking on Vegas Boulevard. It was sunny. It was awesome. I was living my best life. If someone decided to pretty much, I don't know, step on my foot, well, based on that kind of explanation, I could bring a civil case against them and try and sue the absolute bejesus out of them. Scary, right? However, of course, Johnny Depp bringing this civil case against Amber Heard, I would say, is much more warranted than me bringing a civil case against someone that just stepped on my foot in Las Vegas. Didn't happen, but I'm just using that as like a weird off-the-cuff kind of from my head example. There it is in the universe. Handle that, internet. Anyways, civil cases, they are intended to compensate the person who's harmed rather than actually punish the defendant, which is why with civil cases, in that regard, jail time just isn't a factor in terms of when dealing out, let's say, the ruling of what the loser has to do in order to satisfy the winner. Let's put it that way, right? Now, if the defendant loses a civil case, they're not convicted of a crime, as they would be in a criminal case, and they do not face prison, even if they're found liable for conduct which amounts to a criminal act. So, again, this is extremely, extremely important, guys. Johnny Depp wins, yeah? Brilliant. Again, party on over at Popcorn Planet all day long. However, that then does not automatically then mean that Amber Heard is then guilty of a criminal act. Yeah. American law! Woo, woo, woo! For the win. The burden of proof is also lighter in a civil case than a criminal case. In a criminal case, the defendant's guilt must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Whereas in a civil case, the jury simply has to decide which side of the dispute they believe to be more likely. So, if I remember rightly, and forgive me if I'm wrong, this was explained to me during the whole Gabby Petito case when all that was going on last year. So, criminal case is beyond a reasonable doubt. You have to be 100% freaking sure that the dude on trial is guilty, right? If there's even a 0.01% little doubt, you can't find him guilty. You gotta be 100%. You gotta be all in, go big, go home kind of situation, right? Whereas a civil case, it's not like that. The burden of proof to determine whether you side with the plaintiff or the defendant significantly lower. So the way I have it in my head in terms of how it was explained to me is that if, let's say, the jury believes Johnny Depp 51% and Amber Heard 49%, Johnny Depp wins. Easier for Johnny Depp to win than maybe you thought, guys. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. Oh my goodness. Guys, just off a tangent here, although you probably appreciate this for the Justice of Johnny Depp crew, I am so certain he's going to win. Guys, I'm certain he's going to win. I'm so certain of it. They've trounced Amber Heard. All the experts, all the witnesses, they've just poked holes in every single one of them. Like, seriously, I would be shocked if Amber Heard wins this thing. I really, really would. I'd be like, am I living on Mars? Am I living in a different dimension? Like what the douche, right? Anyways, what happens if Amber Heard wins? Firstly, hell freezes over. But secondly, if she wins, she will not have to pay Johnny Depp any damages. Instead, it's the other way around because she countersued him for twice he was asking 100 million, which, to be fair, is she out of her damn mind? I still kind of am a bit perplexed as how did you arrive to the figure of $100 million and think that was appropriate to countersue Johnny Depp with that amount. In my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, I think she just plucked it from thin air, but, you know, who knows when it comes to the mind of Amber Heard. So, do you know what? Part of me don't even really want to understand it, to be fair. It's great. It scares me. Her mind scares me a lot. Now, she could receive damages of her own from Johnny Depp if she wins the case. However, again, it's the same situation. If the jury side with Amber Heard, they could decide, yes, Johnny Depp has to give her $100 million, exactly what she's looking for. They could turn around and say, $100 million? Are you having a laugh? No, we're reducing that. we're reducing that to whatever. $1, $10, 10 million. It could be anything, right? But it would be a reduced amount. On the other hand, they could turn around and say, you're not asking for enough, lass. Why they think that, who knows? But they could think that, right? And be like, nah, he needs to give you more. 200 mil, 300 mil, 400 mil, $1 billion. The sky's the freaking limit, right? So, yeah. Basically, unfortunately, if Johnny Depp wins this case, which again, I am so confident he is going to win this case, right, guys? That unfortunately, Amber Heard does not go to jail. But she does have to pay Johnny Depp potentially a heck of a lot of money. And I wonder where she'd get that money from. I don't know. Maybe, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, a certain Mars planet loving electrical car, rocket, explorer, billionaire dude that has a little bit of a fancy for Twitter, maybe. Just pure speculation there, but I digress. Guys, what do you think to what I've just mentioned in this video? Sound off with your gobs in the comments down below. And if you loved this video and you love news and true crime on a daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? You need to make sure you subscribe to join our Alt Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.